Hi friends, Todd here. This week I want to do something a little different. Instead of my usual teaching content, I want to share a bit of my heart and why Hope's Companion exists in the first place. For nearly 3 decades, I served as a pastor. During those years, I walked with many people who carried deep wounds, survivors of sexual abuse, childhood trauma, domestic violence, and spiritual harm. Some found real healing within the church, but others tragically did not, and experienced further hurt in places that were meant to be a refuge. That reality has stayed with me. Today, as I lead Hope's Companion, my heart is simple. I long for a day when every survivor of abuse and trauma has access to a safe, local body of believers where they can find hope, healing, and community in Jesus. I want to stop hearing stories of church hurt, stories where the church did harm instead of help, where people were pushed away from God instead of drawn toward Him. The church should be the first place people think of when they're looking for compassion, community, and a hope that will not disappoint. But for far too many, that's just not the reality, and I want that to change. Now, my background is in missiology, and when I first heard Dr. Diane Langberg describe trauma as the mission field of our day, something clicked for me. My pastoral experience tells me she's right, and my training reminds me that the church often erects unbiblical barriers that keep people from experiencing the gospel in its fullness. If I were speaking to a different audience, I might offer an apologetic for trauma-informed ministry, because I deeply believe that trauma-informed care isn't some secular add-on, it's a biblically faithful way of seeing people as God sees them. It's a corrective to assumptions that have quietly shaped the church culture in ways that harm rather than heal. But for many of you who are watching this, you already feel the need. You've seen the wounds, you've carried them, or you've tried to care for people who are hurting and realize how under-equipped many churches are. That's why I started Hope's Companion, to help churches understand the impacts of trauma and to engage in ministry with wisdom and compassion, deeply rooted in the heart of Jesus. And this isn't just about targeted ministries for survivors. Trauma-informed ministry isn't a separate program. It's total church care. When a church becomes trauma-informed, it doesn't only help survivors, it transforms the whole body. It deepens our compassion, it strengthens our witness, and it helps us embody the one another commands in tangible ways. It makes us more like Jesus. As we move toward 2026, my desire is to create more spaces where pastors and ministry leaders can learn, ask honest questions, and begin cultivating a culture of trauma-responsive care in their congregations. That includes what we're doing here on this channel, as well as live regional gatherings, evening seminars, our online course, and practical tools that leaders can use right away. If this is a conversation you want to continue, I hope you'll stay connected here. Each week I'm sharing content designed to equip churches for this important work, and I'd love to walk with you as we grow together. And if you're interested in bringing a live training to your church or region, you can reach out to me through the link in the comments. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me today. I'm grateful you're here, and I'm grateful for your heart to care well for those who are hurting.